Hello, everybody, and welcome to the finale of the Sooner Gamescast.
Oh, goodness. One last time.
One last time.
May 3rd.
May 3rd, 2025.
Goodness gracious.
And as much as we are excited that this is the finale, we are also sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a whirlwind of a ride, starting early in the semester, throwing things together, putting ideas out there. And it's been a breakneck pace. I mean, when we finally got the green light for it, it was like, all right into it. I'll definitely miss that pace, putting together the stories and moving on. That's been, I'm going to miss that part of it.
Yeah, I love just yapping. I love being given a camera to just
yapping.
I love being given a camera to just talk into. Mm-hmm. Like, it really is.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, I'm loud, and you're super, super quiet.
Uh-oh. How can we fix this? Let's do our best to fix these minor technical...
Just so I don't have to look unprofessional, Father, if you have anything to say, you can say it in front of the class.
Front of the class.
Do not pass notes.
Did your father text you that?
He did.
That is very funny.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Notes. Any better?
A lol. Lol's a note. Lol's a note. That's feedback.
That's feedback.
Thanks
About
for the
what?
feedback.
I'm not sure.
They are laughing out loud. Oh, wait. Maybe that's not the feedback we want. Haha. No, they're literally laughing at us.
Better?
Better.
Okay. I don't believe you.
Okay.
I trust Jamie with my life.
Two betters, a better with one T. That's how you know that we're on the right track.
Leave Matt Cards alone. He struggles with typing historically.
I know
him personally. Historically, he struggles with typing. So give him a break.
We're glad you're here, Matt Cards. I did not mean that with any ill intent. It came out of love. I personally think that's a wonderful... Oh, no.
Hey, I have a reason.
No.
Yeah.
LOL.
Mentally disabled. How do you feel?
What? Wait, what do you mean?
No, not actually. We love you. We love you, Mac Cards.
No, I'm gonna... No. Jamie is sending their love to you as well. Just, it's like our PR statement in the chat.
I'm sorry. I've made a mistake, and I do not expect to be forgiven.
Let me get my YouTube apology face on. Just like, does my makeup look good? I just want to say I had a lapse in judgment, but it's not my fault. One day we need to do that.
Yeah, we do just need a cold open a podcast.
Cold open with but see, now we're not gonna have any more cold opens until
next year.
That's devastating.
It is devastating. No more cold opens.
I don't know what you guys are gonna do. I know we're like sad to lose this, big chunk of our life, but for you, you're losing the most important thing that you watch every week.
Every Saturday, like we said, we've said this in previous episodes. We are the only news source.
Yeah, I mean, goodness gracious, my mother, she's gonna be fuming.
How will she know?
Your father, how is your father gonna hear about the new remasters? And
he's not. I live with him, but he'll never know.
Gaming ends as we know it.
I stop partaking in video games after this podcast is over. It's actually fake. I was hired from a casting call.
And Saturday is usually people's least favorite day of the week. So, how are we going to help them pass the time? No, I take personal responsibility for not letting the school year go all the way to August.
Yeah.
We should have lobbied harder.
Well, today's stories include layoffs across the board. Nothing good is happening in the world whatsoever.
Nothing good.
Talking about more on that, the GTA 6 has now been delayed as well. Again, nothing good ever happens in the world. Except maybe one guy in the room would disagree with that sentiment because there is Silksong news this week.
You know how I love Silksong news.
I do know how you love Silksong news.
I love it a little bit.
But before we get into that, I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to this last episode of the Sooner Gamescast for Season 1. It's not over, but I'm just really, really thankful that we have at least some sort of a viewer base to sit here and listen to us yap for hours.
Hours. That's
Hours
us
and hours
announcing
on
that
end.
next season they're going to be 3-hour-long
Yes, that's
podcasts
right.
with
5
a Let's Play
hours.
segment.
Yeah, let's play segment.
Type in the
Anyways,
comments if you want a Let's Play segment.
anyways, tell us about the falling apart of the video games industry. As we know.
Lord Almighty. I want to say that what I'm starting with is some info, some stats, just so you guys have an idea of kind of the expanse of this. It's something that I have a personal connection to because before coming here, I studied video game development, and a lot of my very close friends back home in North Carolina still do and are like actively working towards that's funny 4-hour podcast, goodness, oblivion, but they're still actively working on getting jobs in it, so it's something that I keep track of and hear a lot from them. Yeah, it's especially for such a profitable industry. It just hurts. Anyway, so a lot of this comes from Bloomberg. The video game industry has continued, and that's an important word, continued to experience significant layoffs in 2025, reflecting ongoing economic pressures and strategic realignments. That's such a PR sentence. Strategic realignments. Here's an overview. Just some of the major ones, like EA laid off approximately 300 to 400 employees, including about 100 at Respawn, of Titanfall fame and Apex Legends. And with that, they canceled the new Titanfall game and 2 other early stage projects that we don't, like, they've just said, hey, these projects are canceled, so we don't know exactly, and just let off everyone associated. Especially for a lot of friends of mine were really excited about that game.
Yeah.
Like, Titanfall was one of the most significant games that they had played.
Well, I mean, very closely, to me, even, I am a major part of the Apex Legends production squad.
Yeah.
I'm
huge
there for every
them.
production. And, of course, with them being Apex Legends lovers, they all love Titanfall. And it's rough to see that. I mean, I think Titanfall might be one of the most canceled franchises ever. I think that every single time a game comes along that's Titanfall related, like, we're going to make a Titanfall this, we're going to make a Titanfall this, we're going to make a Titanfall this, it never goes through. And I don't understand why they don't just make Titanfall 3 and get it over with.
Because it would be so profitable. There's such a player base for it. Microsoft laid off over 2,100 employees, primarily within Activision Blizzard, Xbox Game Studios, and Bethesda/ZeniMax. And this is what they say, and I'm gonna circle back around to why I'm phrasing it that way. The layoffs are part of a broader restructuring effort to streamline operations and focus on core priorities. You gotta love the PR world. Yeah, investor-led companies, they want profit, and we'll circle back. We'll circle back to that. Unity, which is sad because Unity is so important for
game development as a whole.
Yes, especially indie development. I mean, I've made 2 video games in Unity. Like, I love Unity. Approximately 1,800 employees, about 25% of its global workforce got laid off at Unity. Again, their reason, undergoing significant restructuring to improve operational efficiency and to focus on key growth areas. They could just put like $3 signs in and call it a day. I don't know why they hire somebody to phrase it. Sony, around 900 employees, including closing London studio, cuts at Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla Games. These are like profitable companies.
And a little bit onto Insomniac. That specific layoff run actually specifically delayed the upcoming Wolverine title.
Really?
Yes. Because they moved development people off of it. Obviously, they had to fire people, so there's less people working on the project now. So, I mean, the upcoming Wolverine project might not even be here until 2027.
Yeah. Goodness, and that's if we're lucky. Riot. Their details. Consolidating operations and focusing on strategic priorities to enhance efficiency. You notice how they all sound like like you ask ChatGPT to rewrite the same sentence.
Yeah, it's PR speak.
We'll get to why they can get away with it. Riot let go approximately 530 employees, about 11% of its workforce.
After having one of the biggest successful adaptations ever.
That's the thing is, the industry, there's a lot of interesting economic factors, especially right now. It is still a profitable industry. Like, there's way more successes than hits, especially recently in the AAA world. Twitch, 500 employees, about 35% of its staff. Other notable companies, Playtika, Discord, Ubisoft San Francisco, Firewalk. There is, I think they said, I forget the number, it was like 3,000 employees across 60. No, a lot higher. I think it was 10,000 over 60 companies.
It's just so sad.
Just in the last year and a half.
It's so sad, yeah.
And you can read into the PR speak. You can look at all of that. Obviously, it comes down to money. But even the problem is that once you get just enough companies to start it, everyone can do it. Because if EA, out of the blue, let's say these layoffs weren't happening, they dropped 500 employees, that's a PR nightmare. Mm-hmm. I mean, but if Riot's done it, if Ubisoft's done it, if Microsoft's doing it,
PlayStation,
yeah, then none of them actually get any individual heat.
Yep. It's just spread across the broader, the video game industry.
I can't go after Ubisoft if I'm they're we're just one of 60 to do it. Why are you specifically mad at us? It's why they can get away with not even investing anything into PR, because it's just the industry.
Yeah.
And yes, there are factors of AI, but a lot of it is just there's a really close comparison between this and CGI studios in massive films. I don't know how much you heard about Marvel, but Marvel, they throw out their lowest bidding for CGI, and it's hey, whatever studio I can pay the absolute least to do these effects gets the contract. And my brother works for a major CGI studio that has directly been affected, where they're no, we can't offer you that much of a discount because your CGI will be horrible, and they just go with somebody cheaper that's going to abuse its employees.
Yeah.
And so, coming back to the gaming world, suddenly, in such a competitive market where so many people want to work in it, because of course people want to work in it, suddenly those teams can get smaller. Suddenly you can start pushing those hours. Suddenly you can expect 5 people to do the work of 25. And AI is only going to make it worse.
Okay. Hold on. Dad, did you get this from Assassin's Creed Shadows, or are you in touch with the generation that we are a part of?
It's very wise. Committing
seppuku is crazy.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, yeah, it's Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It was it's a very wise input. No, but it's especially with one of my best friends back home is actively trying to get a internship in it right now. So obviously there's theories. My thought is kind of what it sounds like I'm about to lead a revolution or something. It's what is our part in it as a consumer? Because we do have a small choice. There's huge releases, obviously. There's indie studios. And I'm still going to play AAA releases, of course.
Of course.
But I'm just saying something to think about when you're building those wish lists. The indie scene is fantastic. You will get everything you can possibly want. Just keep in mind, as you make your purchases, that there are who you throw your money to does matter in these things.
True.
Just something to think about to wrap up that kind of spiel of 5 million layoffs is indie studios are likely to keep doing the things that you care about. So and to make things they're passionate about, and to use less AI to generate a wash of nonsense games. Yeah. So just something to think about as you keep going. Ugh, goodness. Layoffs, Nintendo, we just don't catch a break.
Yeah, and to add to that, to the indie comment, a little like minor piece of news that we did not really worth talking about into a full story, but Concerned Ape, developer of Stardew Valley, just released the final update for Stardew Valley and has officially stated that he will be exclusively working on Haunted Chocolatier.
I'm so excited for that.
Until it's finished. Also, to add to the layoffs, I didn't see you talk about, Polygon has just experienced mass layoffs from its parent company, which I mean that's kind of what we're doing, right? That's scary. I mean, of course, we don't have to worry about that, but if say like one of us ends up being on a big talk show in the future about gaming news, which they exist. Kind of this whole operation is inspired by Kind of Funny Games Daily.
Yeah.
That's a scary environment to go into, where you have these parent companies who now you're bringing money into creative processes, right? Mm-hmm. Where you have these personalities under Polygon or under Kind of Funny Games or under what we'll talk about later, Giant Bomb, who are getting tossed around as a number as opposed to a personality under a brand.
Yeah.
Right. So what happens when you spent your entire life working towards getting to this point at Polygon, say, and your side just gets scrapped out of nowhere? Where do you go? That leaves it leaves a hard industry to get into. So let alone working at Polygon to begin with, now you have to get fired and then go find another job in gaming in a shrinking.
Yeah.
Because I mean, news media, especially written, is losing its luster. It's not too common for people to interact with it much longer. I think there's still a place for it, but it's shrinking year by year by year. The amount of people that are reading these publications, the amount of people that are reading these articles, because you can just get it from a TikTok, right? And I think it's worrying, the direction that the game industry is going down.
Yeah. Please don't shrink the industry. We know you're still making money. There's no need. Goodness gracious. Yeah. TikTok. Oh God. For your sake, I recommend not getting all of your news off of TikTok. That was not an endorsement. If anything, that was almost a jab. Just putting that out there.
Yes. Get your news from well-educated writers and not a 14-year-old faceless SpongeBob AI voice.
I know that AI voice sounds so trustworthy. I know he does, but it's not. It's not what you think it is.
I know how much you love Mark from Invincible, but he does not know everything about the game industry.
Oh my lord, he knows a lot. I'll say it. That kid might be onto stuff. But goodness gracious.
But following that. More bad news.
More good news. Oh.
No, we don't. There's no good news here.
Not yet.
For a pretty sad finale, actually. This is a hard week for gamers. GTA 6 has been delayed not indefinitely. It has been delayed to a specific date, actually, definitely, to May 26th, 2026.
I want to see a quick poll of the just... If you think GTA 6... will actually come out on that new date, put 1.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And if you think it'll be delayed more, put 2. I just am curious, because I, for one,
Sam says okay. Yeah.
3.
That's okay.
3 means it doesn't exist.
Yeah. So Mother, if you could expound on that. Expound on 3 for me, please.
Yeah. No, we should have added a third option for doesn't exist.
Like Hollow Knight Silksong.
No. That's completely different. You think you're so funny with your Silksong slander. It's not. None of them think it's funny either. I know they're all with me.
They are all with you, historically, actually. They do not like how I treat you for Silksong. They probably think I'm the worst person ever.
Yeah.
I think it's because all of them want Silksong as well.
All of them.
Yeah, like Terraria. Then the Terraria update.
Wait, isn't that just 2? Well, I guess technically, so she means 3 as a stronger 2.
She means, yeah. So 3 is 2 expanded.
Like, 2 squared.
The enhanced edition.
Okay, enhanced edition of delays. Okay, you can continue. I just wanted to...
Okay.
Whoa.
Jamie, expound on 4 if you could.
Jamie. You type a little...
Jamie, expand on 4 for us if you could.
I don't know what the numbers mean. I just wanted to type 4.
Jamie.
Do you even care about this podcast, Jamie?
Goodness gracious.
This is just
our
ridiculous.
Official PR statement.
Type 1 in chat if we should fire. Type 1 in chat if we should fire Jamie.
No, the numbers don't go up. They stop at 3, and 3 was pushing it. Oh goodness gracious! No.
They will remaster the first 3 again and make us buy them. Okay, so
that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
I think they should do that.
I think it went so well last time. that
Remaster, they just put like a filter over it or something. Fired on the last episode would be crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess we'd have all summer to find somebody.
To find somebody new? Yeah.
Do a uh-oh. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Jamie is typing
furiously.
That was pretty
so that means we should get married now, right?
That's not what that means. It's not like do not approve.
Put a sepia filter on it and make it $70.
Exactly. Goodness. But did they say why?
Actually, we have the exact statement right here. Can you pull it up? Don't pull it up on the stream.
Yeah.
But
Jamie's too busy spreading misinformation and propaganda right now.
Okay. Chat is paused due to scroll, by the way, in case you weren't aware. That's not at all it. The other one left. Yeah. And chat's paused due to scroll. If you could go back down there and give me my new messages back. I want to see how my friends are talking about me.
I want to see how my friends are doing.
So Rockstar yesterday said, "Hi everyone. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26th, 2026. We are sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to..." Okay, hold on. Humbling?
They're like really trying to be like, what's...
Like you're Rockstar Games, dude. You are...
I didn't know. It's just like trying to be humble.
One of the most critically acclaimed game studios of all time.
You like our game?
Yeah.
You're excited.
The expectations have really surprised us. We did not know how many people liked our games.
You are not surprised. I bet you have calculated like 30 million in sales by your first 2 days.
30 million is,
and then you get a comment.
Lowballing it.
Yeah, that's an absolute lowball. But it just shows that the lowball would...
We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games.
They should have done a Silksong. Silksong just never gave a release date. There would be a daily GTA news.
I think that that the date is more just a bone to throw at their shareholders.
100%.
Yeah, it's just something they can be like, okay, well, how about this? You know?
Yeah, I bet they never like have. They probably still don't have like a date where they're like, this is the time.
Yeah.
I bet it'll be like once they get to May, they'll be like, okay, maybe we have a couple more months to go. I mean, I won't lie, like the testing required. I've been reading. We have a second Jamie.
We have a second Jamie. A second Jamie has hit the production room.
Yeah, it's there's an imposter. No, I mean, like the play testing required for a game like that. Yes, is astronomically high.
Which, why can't I get invited? I am the host of the Sooner Gamescast.
Sooner's personality. Joshua Watson.
They should be crawling hand over feet to even let me step foot in that test room.
That's not the saying, is it?
Yeah, hand over feet.
Hand over feet?
Hand over feet. That's the thing.
Random person. I don't know about the hand over feet. Is hand over feet correct? Somebody correct him.
Polymarket has the second coming of Jesus Christ happening before GTA 6 at the 13%.
Oh my lord.
Do not start this. Jamie, I swear. Do not start a train here. I don't have anything to drink. I'm not going to get a Red Bull.
I don't have any coins to donate.
No boomer bucks? Couldn't be me.
Somebody needs to put that
higher. So now that expounds another line of questioning. So without GTA 6, obvious shoe-in for Game of the Year this year.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now, what are we... I would like to mention a game that has taken the world by storm over the last week or two. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Apparently, it's the GOAT. I've seen gameplay of it. It does not look like my style at all, like whatsoever.
What's the
It's a French JRPG essentially.
What?
Yeah, like so it's a French turn-based RPG.
Okay.
And FRPG, I guess would be what it's called.
And that's taking like the gaming world by storm.
Yeah.
I feel like JRPGs are almost always like sleeper hits unless it's like a new like a Final Fantasy remaster.
Supposedly it's the most incredible game ever made. Like genuinely. It has the
That is a crazy statement
It is
out there.
It is a 33-person team.
Supposedly.
It is a 33-person dev team. And they have like I think it's like a 99.8 on Metacritic. What's the Metacritic score?
Holy cow.
Could you pull that up? The Metacritic score for Clair Obscur?
Goodness gracious. That's an insane statistic if that's true.
Claire. It's Claire, like the name.
You know how many games are going to be canceled because of GTA 6's change? Like, other games don't even want to release.
Oh, Jamie number 2 made a fantastic point.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How many games are going to be canceled or moved because of GTA changing it? Imagine
and how many games are going to be undelayed due to GTA 6 moving the release date.
Because imagine like you're like aiming May 26th for my little sleeper hit game, and it's like, well, no, you're gonna get absolutely swamped.
Yeah, look at these reviews.
Holy moly!
So the Metacritic, the critic reviews is a 92, and the user reviews I think is one of the highest ever, with a 9.7. Dexerto, famous Twitter news source, gave it a 100 flat.
So many of these are hundreds.
What did Dexerto say? Could you hit that read more?
Curious.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 gets it right in all the areas that matter. Its storytelling carries emotional depth, and the characterization makes you care about everyone you meet on your journey throughout this beautifully imagined world. Throw in a combat system that puts mastery above grinding, and you've got a classic RPG that, like Baldur's Gate 3 before it, should appeal beyond its target audience so much so that a Game of the Year nomination feels inevitable.
I mean,
show it.
I'm like,
could you bring up
fascinated.
Could you bring
now.
up a small trailer of Clair Obscur, just to look at like a gameplay trailer? The chat wants us to show it.
I'm like very interested now, especially Baldur's.
There you go. First look gameplay that works.
Baldur's Gate. Though this might be older.
Mute it just in case there's like curse words in this, because.
Oh, I was thinking more like it may not be finalized footage of the game, but it'll give us an idea. Oh, that is pretty. Because this is in development footage.
Yeah, can we get like a gameplay reveal? That might be Mario, actually. Oh, sorry, spoilers.
Spoilers. We have Mario of Super Mario fame.
Yeah. we have brought Roger. What's up? Yep, he's here. So yeah, pull up Jamie, if you could pull up
the launch
trailer. That should work.
I'm always
What's up? How are you guys?
We'll get you on as soon as possible. We're just finishing up.
Good.
Oh.
Do we wish to proceed?
Probably not. Just to be safe, let's probably not wish to proceed there.
That's fair. No, I
PG-13.
PG-13 trailer. Oh my lord.
Just type in gameplay, not even gameplay trailer.
I am always Gunpla.
Official combat gameplay clip. That works. Let's do that. Perfect.
Oh wow. That is gorgeous. What is this? This is very fascinating to me. I can't. Oh, that is so pretty.
Yeah, apparently this is like the best game ever.
I am buying this. I am going to buy this.
You're buying this?
Yes, this looks incredible. And it's like, wait, you can do parries?
Yeah, you can do parries.
Oh, I'm buying this. How much is it?
Probably like $70.
I'll do it. I love turn-based games, and I love Souls-likes.
How much is Clear Obscure? Hang on, I can find out right now.
Oh my goodness.
Clear Obscure.
That is.
How much cost? How much buy?
It just looks like it's most of my favorite gameplay mechanics combined.
If want to buy game, how much?
If I wanted to purchase your product company, how much would I have to exchange with you?
Can we barter? 7 goats for Clear Obscure Expedition 33, please. It is $50. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. $50.
I'm going to ask for an extra birthday present. Goodness gracious.
Anyways, we got...
Well, and that's a little good news that there's still great things being made, especially by that.
And I think that's right now that's the shoe-in for Game of the Year.
Yes, it looks like it. Is it an indie studio? I know it's a small team, but is it like a child?
Yes, I do believe it is an indie studio. It is developed by. Hold on. Just talk.
Yeah, no, I mean, It
is developed by Sandfall Interactive, and yes, this is their first ever game.
That's fantastic.
It is published by Kepler Interactive, who is an indie publisher.
Maybe it's people that got laid off somewhere else. Wow, it looks like Lies of P, like art style.
I remember that So Kepler Interactive has published indie hit Tchia. They're also publishing Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. They published Sifu.
Oh.
Yeah. They published
that's
Scorn.
A big one.
They published Scorn, and they're also publishing Rematch, I believe. The Sifu dev soccer multiplayer game.
It's crazy. Like I heard nothing about this.
Yeah,
until like a week ago.
Well, I'm the big. I love Jeff Keighley and everything he stands for, and I watch everything he's ever done. So every game conference, and I've seen this rollout. It didn't look like something I'd care about, so I didn't really pay any mind to it.
This looks so cool.
Yeah. Anyways, back to what we're talking about.
Yeah. That was a little side quest. We appreciate it.
I want to say you can call it copium. This might be my Silksong moment.
Copium.
Picture this, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, May 25th, Rockstar says, "Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry. We put the wrong year. It comes out tomorrow." Yeah?
Shadow Drop GTA 6. I think that we are all entitled to have our dreams. I think that's my PR approved statement regarding what you just said. I think we all have our own delusions. Some are just a little further fetched than others. Can you imagine if it did Shadow Drop?
Dude, I'd lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
Everyone would lose their mind.
Back home, I would have to wait 7 business days for that to download.
Well, it Shadow Drop's misleading because it would take so long to install.
Yeah. It would practically be available to to play by September.
The only game that would be crazier as a Shadow Drop
would be what?
Would be Hollow Knight Silksong.
It would be.
I mean, can you imagine? Speaking of, Silksong is a little bit like a puzzle. The way it's been unveiled to us, because they don't do these silly GTA statements where they say what's happening, where the release date. They give us hints. They give us little puzzles to sort out. For example, we found out that if you compared the different screenshots from the Japan Nintendo page versus the one in North America, that we were able to get updated screenshots. Like, that's so advanced that Team Cherry is putting in little Easter eggs for us to dig out, and then it becomes a collaborative release. So, the next update on that is there is a museum in Australia, and for those who don't know, Team Cherry, the indie studio that created Hollow Knight, is based in Melbourne, which is a hub for video game development. And there is a museum, I believe it's the Australian Museum of Screen Culture. Australian Museum of Screen Culture.
Shout out McDoubles.
I could go for a McDouble. They're making a new exhibit at a video game exhibition called Game Worlds, which is delving into some of the most popular releases from Australia. And they are making their centerpiece of the entire exhibit at the museum is Hollow Knight Silksong. Not Hollow Knight, but Hollow Knight Silksong, which means, let's see, I have some quotes here. The co-curators of this Australian museum, Johnson and Ginny Maxwell, commented, "Since Hollow Knight Silksong's initial announcement in 2019, it has been one of the most anticipated indie games on the planet, and we are thrilled to celebrate the design of this South Australian-made game as the centerpiece of Game Worlds in September." In September, from hundreds of sprites that animate Hornet's different movements and attacks, to the logic behind the game's most challenging boss fights, and of course having the game playable in gallery, our Silksong displays delve deeply into the details of the game's artistic direction and design. We're so grateful to Team Cherry for trusting us with their work, and so excited to share that work with you. As part of that announcement, the museum shared a sprite sheet from Silksong below one of several design elements from the game that will be displayed. Okay, so.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I want to take a poll of the room right now. I put my hat on backwards in the middle of your thing. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, I was busy.
And my mother said, hat backwards, here we go, over the top, which I didn't know as a reference. Apparently it is. Does anybody in this room at all know what that's from?
We're getting a lot of nods. It's
a single not a single person.
Everyone gets it. Everyone's shaking their head.
I think
up
everyone.
And down. You get it.
I think literally nobody in the room. What is it?
I'm not gonna tell you. I mean, that ruins the joke. We're on the same page.
One person gets it.
He's the only guy who does not get it in this entire room, which is insane.
Man, I'll make sure to ask Mario when he gets on here what it means, because clearly he also knows.
Try getting cultured. Anyway, back to the important things. The important things of life, like Hollow Knight Silksong. So, there is a playable game display of Silksong. Now, we don't know exactly how much of the game will be in it. We've gotten some sneak peeks of gameplay before, so there will be definitely areas. But Sly Stallone. My question to you is, in what world is there a playable Silksong display and a whole exhibit if the game hasn't already been released? Just saying. I'm just saying. I think that's almost a guarantee that the game is released by September.
I love to crap all over your fun. I 100% agree with you. I do not think this is copium.
This is the first.
I do not think this is copium. I don't know. I only.
Cheers.
There, yeah, cover me. You got this. I agree with you. I
think that makes sense. I think the logic follows. In what world do you go to a Silksong exhibit if the game hasn't been released?
Yeah. Especially from what I've read, it's the exhibit specifically delves into like boss fights.
Yes.
Like specific boss fights in the game itself, and that's what's playable. you don't do that. You don't reveal or let people play story boss fights in the game without having the game released beforehand. And I 100% agree.
Game of the year show.
And I will go as far as to say this is an official 2025 Toxidious prediction that on June 8th, is that the date?
What's going on?
Summer Games Fest. Sorry.
Oh.
That on June 8th, during the Xbox presentation, because, as you know, Silksong is available day one on Game Pass.
Yes.
I think that at the least, they show a trailer for Silksong and give a release date. And my GOAT prediction, my all-time prediction, that best case scenario, they say playable after the show.
That would be insane. I think there is going to be Silksong revealed there. Goodness, I have goosebumps.
Goosebumps for my prediction alone.
No, it's almost real. It's like you've been staring at the stars all your life, and then you're finally about to be an astronaut. That's about the best I can say. That feeling is like. I think those are to be real.
I think those are comparable.
I think they're really they're like almost the same thing.
Yeah, because the time needed to put into your master's degree.
It takes 6 years to become an astronaut, and 6 years to get your hands on Silksong.
I'm sure it takes 6 years at most to become an astronaut.
Yeah,
and be in space. I think you're actually in space by the 6th year.
That's the goal. That's the milestone. No, that's Silksong. The things I would do for Silksong. No, I think we will be able to ask that question about the reference, and hey, maybe even our honored guest has thoughts about Hollow Knight Silksong. No pressure. No, we're
based on what the honored guest does. I would not expect the honored guest to have thoughts on Hollow Knight Silksong.
We should make a segment where we speed round ask them about every topic. They have to give a PR statement on every story we've done.
Speaking of speedrunning segments,
yes,
there is still so much news
that we can't cover.
However, I want to play a game with you.
Yeah?
I have 5 headlines, and I'm going to read all of them to you.
Okay.
And you're going to give me one-word reactions to each of them.
Okay. It's like a freaking improv game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Starting off, following Nintendo, Microsoft announces price hikes to all of its accessories and products, including raising games to $80, raising console prices by up to the $100, and raising all controller prices by, I think, $10 to $30.
Boo! That's my word. No! Xbox, what did we do to you?
That's too many words.
The boo was the only one that counted. All right.
Borderlands 4 release date moved forward 2 weeks.
Rare? Rare?
After a 5-year-long legal battle, Fortnite returns to the iOS store next week.
Bus? Bus.
Relating to our news earlier today, parent company Fandom shuts down Giant Bomb entirely.
Why?
And finally, Nintendo shadow drops virtual game sharing.
Confusion?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Here in just a minute,
Bus.
we will be right back with Mario Merrenda? Mario Merrenda of iRacing fame. Thank you. Welcome back. I am here with Mario Merrenda from the OU iRacing team. Welcome, Mario.
Thank you. It's glad I'm here. It's nice.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in your world right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff.
Yep.
I just have a few questions for you. I'd like to give you a couple interview questions because I think there's some interesting stories I've heard about you.
Yeah, a lot of interesting 3 years so far here.
Yeah. So a little birdie told me that you attempted to start a racing team for OU before you had even arrived on campus.
Yep.
Tell me about that process.
So I was a senior in high school when eNASCAR announced that they were starting a college series. At that point when they announced it, I had gotten my email from OU that I was admitted or got accepted, and then I confirmed that I was heading here. So I thought since I was confirmed and all set that I could race, so I signed up for the series. I joined the OU Discord, and it was all going smooth until the what is now Playfly emailed me. And was like, hey, did you mean to sign up with this email? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why is it a high school email?
Yeah.
And I went, because I'm still in high school. And they're like, yeah, you can't race. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll be here in the fall, and can I wait till then? They're like, yeah, of course. So then I had to go to Mike at the time and explain that I was a high school student because he thought I was a freshman.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a good thing. Mike was thrilled by the enthusiasm I had and the excitement I had to bring racing to OU. It ended up working out for me. And when I got here in August of 2022, Mike helped me start everything, and that's how iRacing began at OU by me trying to cheat the system as a high schooler.
Yeah, that's awesome. I spoke to Mike. Mike is actually the one that told me that story. Yeah, it's that is I love the enthusiasm to just jump right into it.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually one of the first people I spoke to whenever I joined this organization, because I was originally meant to be a sports ambassador.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I guess is technically the role I still fill, even though I don't really do anything with it. So I apologize for that.
No, I don't blame you. There's not much you can really do with that.
I hosted one F1 racing sim event.
I saw that. I saw all the videos and photos.
Yeah, it was fun. We had one guy who was actually really, really good at it show up, and he was like the only person that showed up actually. But he was very good at it.
Okay,
this is the good part.
So the rest was just like fun.
Yeah,
or tried anyway.
Yes. So also, you have raced in real life.
That is correct.
How do like the two worlds, the virtual and the physical world, like compare when it comes to racing?
Pretty closely. iRacing, or I guess sim racing in general, is kind of like the only esports where you can compare it to real life. And you'll see sim racers go to real motorsports because they're very comparable. You can't really get an RS6 player, put him in the FBI, and expect them to do a raid in like southern Mexico or something.
What do you mean?
Like
I'm sure they're able to.
I bet our OU players can do so. Let's see. Let's try it out. So I think they're very comparable. And then the real life racing journey started after my sim racing journey. Real life racing is really expensive.
Yeah.
So I did sim racing as a way to just kind of fill the need to do it. So I was 16, got a sim rig and a PC and everything I needed for it. And then the connections I made in sim racing actually got me to real life racing.
That's awesome.
The sponsorships I got from sim racing and the people I met, I was able to use that to get myself like a cheap little cart with my dad, and started karting at 16 right after I got the sim rig, and then from there went to legend car racing. And then when I went to legend car racing, it actually went really well. I made my pro debut. I got a top 10 in my pro debut in legend racing. Everything looked really well. We ended up buying my own car in 2023, and then won almost every race I entered in 2023 and caught fire midway through the season. And since racing is so expensive, that wreck and that fire kind of put us out for the rest of the year. And ever since then, I haven't been back in a real life car. So I've just been trying to save money to actually eventually try to get back out there.
Yeah. My older brother did quite a bit of racing whenever he was younger. I think he did, I don't know, he was like young. He was like maybe like 11, 12, I think. Yeah. And he got into, I think stock car racing. I'm not 100% sure. It's like the one where like they had the big wing.
Dirt sprint cars.
Yes.
Yes.
And One time he got in an accident. Somebody ran him off the track out of anger, and my dad was in the pit at the time, and it was like a grown man that had driven him off the road. My dad, allegedly had to be held back from doing some very dastardly things.
Yeah, well, like we've heard soccer moms before. Racing dads are another animal.
Yeah.
It is insane. And racing is interesting too, because like you said, a 12-year-old can share their track with a 35-year-old man.
Exactly.
Almost. Yeah, and it's weird growing up in Oklahoma too. Dirt racing is the biggest thing out here. I hated dirt. I hated racing it. I kind of hated watching it too. So I was like my dad always said I was a pavement princess because I didn't want to do anything with dirt.
Growing up in Oklahoma, where are you from?
So I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tulsa.
And then spent like the first 5 years of my life in Stillwell, Oklahoma, which is quite east. It's basically on the border of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere.
Gotcha.
Best way to describe it, it's like in the middle of Cherokee reservation land, and we're the strawberry capital of the world. Stillwell is.
Really?
Yeah. The strawberry capital of the world is in Oklahoma. Like that's all we grow out there, strawberries.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, like there's like normal schools have prom king and queens. We have a strawberry king and queen.
That's awesome. Actually.
Yeah, they get like shown around town on the back of a F-150 and a bunch of strawberries with it.
Yeah, I'm from Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
So my brother used to race at it's in Meeker.
Arrowhead.
I think maybe
Salina.
My dad
Tulsa
would know.
Raceway.
Dad, hurry up! Come on, get it out. Let's go.
There's a lot of good dirt
Let's
tracks
go.
near Tulsa.
Let's go. Chop.
Twitch chat delay.
Come on now, you got it.
Imagine he's not even here. He's not even supporting you. Oh,
it's just called Red Dirt Raceway.
Dirt. I haven't heard of that actually.
But yeah, I went there. I was in the pit one year. Well,
Nice.
Actually, the day I turned 12 or 13, one of those, I went out there in a Goonies shirt, and my brother, I won. I think my brother won the race. I think, and I got to go out there on his little, because I had to go out there on the trailer because his car was decommissioned.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure he won that, didn't he? We'll get that here in a minute.
All right.
But there is one other extra special piece of news that I wanted to talk to you about how you're feeling. You are entering the eNASCAR Pro Series draft, the Coca-Cola series.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. Talk about your feelings, how you're...
That's a wild achievement. So when I got my sim in 2020, I kind of did it just to, like I said earlier, to feel the need of racing. I just wanted to race, and at that point, like Gran Turismo and like Forza Motorsports kind of wasn't itching anymore.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't exciting. So I, got a sim, and when I got it, I started on the NASCAR journey. That's where I grew up watching, and that's what I enjoy. So when I first got it, I heard about the Coca-Cola series, and I was 16 at the time, and I didn't think I was gonna make it at any point. And then I found out I was actually kind of good at it.
Oh, yeah?
And I just kept practicing and kept getting better at it. And then my mom was really encouraging because she was like, you can make something out of sim racing, I think. Keep going. So was my dad. So, I got to here now. And coming into this college season, they announced the 2 top finishers in the college series get 2 tickets to the draft for the next season. And that was a huge thing because usually you couldn't do that. Never done before. And I didn't think I was top 2 material either this season, but the season played out really well, and came down to the final race, championship race, finished P6, but there was 4 guys in front of me who were already pro drivers. Side note, iRacing is I think the only esports collegiate league that allows pros to compete in college. Yeah, I don't think anyone else does that.
Yeah.
It's a huge topic every year. People complain or people support it. I don't know. But anyways.
You're probably supporting it right now.
I'm supporting it right now. Because I finished P6. And if I was 6 and, top 2 would have gotten it. But the guy in 4th place wasn't a pro. Guy in 5th place was, and I was 6th place, the last guy who got the ticket.
That's awesome.
And just being able to go to the draft is insane. It's so cool. I didn't really start pursuing the Pro Series way until about a year ago, and really pursuing that. And now being in it, it's wild. And the draft is sometime in March or April next year. So, I got to beat out 62 other drivers for 40 spots.
Yeah.
So how it is the 2 from the College Series, and then you have 40 who are currently in the Coke Series. So they're up for redraft.
Gotcha.
So, I don't think this will ever happen, but, the champion of this season could go undrafted next season.
Yeah.
That's the wild part. And then the 20 other drivers are from, what we call the Contender Series, which is, AAA baseball. It's a step below the Pro Series.
Not even the G League.
Yeah, it could be the G League.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, the step below the Coke Series and the top 20 in points from that series are eligible for the draft.
Yeah.
So 62 drivers for 40 spots, and it's not all about pace. Some teams don't pick the fastest driver sometimes. It's about marketability. Are 100%. You a good person? How do you interact with sponsors? What are your analytics like on socials? And then are you easy to work with? I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Are you coachable, both driving and PR?
Yeah.
Nobody
likes an arrogant.
No.
Yeah.
No. But some people do like arrogant, because then you can market that arrogance and be like, this guy, is he's not media trained. He gives it to you real, stuff like that.
Chick Hicks.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Chick Hicks has a car covered in sponsors.
Yeah.
Because sometimes companies like a guy who's just real and can kind of connect to a fan base.
Yeah.
So, I have 7-8 months to boost. I'm starting to stream more regularly now. I didn't really stream much, but trying to do it more, be more involved, get to know more people. I'm a part of a setup team currently called Nexus Esports. So those guys have 6 drivers currently in the Coke Series. So working with them and
getting connections.
Yeah. And, talking to those drivers, how did you get drafted?
Yeah.
What was the experience like? What should I expect and what should I do? It's going to be a long 8 months, but trying to talk to as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Try to get those connections.
100%.
Yeah, slowly.
100%. Well, what? Oh, is there an e-team sponsor for iRacing?
Yeah, so Twisted Tech is our main one. They are the ones who supplied the 2 sim rigs that are out there. And that was a deal through me, because I met the Twisted Tech guys, and they were like, you race for OU? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, could you connect us to OU? Because what Twisted Tech was doing, they're out of Texas, and they were working with, they would make esports labs for high schools. They would supply them PCs and stuff.
Yeah.
And the owner used to do dirt racing.
Oh, really?
And got out of it, and got really into the sim racing market after COVID. So he started doing sim rigs, and he was like, hey, since you're at a Power 4 college now, and they have a growing esports program, I would love to get involved.
Yeah.
So connected with them, and they're the 2 nicest people. Oh man, I forgot their names.
Oh no,
that's really bad.
That's unfortunate.
They're both in my phone though. I can look them up later.
Cut.
But those guys, Twisted Tech is our main one, and then we kind of just put any sponsor OU and esports has in general on the car.
Yeah,
so McDonald's on the car, and Computer Connections one, and maybe MSI will be one next year. Hopefully. So we don't have I guess Twisted Tech is iRacing's sole sponsor. Yeah, that only we have.
Is there a way that the viewers could donate to the team? Or
Yeah. We have a team fund QR code, and all those funds go to us, the drivers, and to the team. iRacing is quite expensive. I know we were talking about Nintendo spikes.
Yeah.
Earlier, iRacing subscriptions are about $114 a year.
Yeah, they are.
And that's yearly.
Yeah, that's it's something. I'm a Seto Corsa guy. That's what I've played mostly. And John Hagen gave me a code for iRacing, and I got to fiddle with that around for a few months.
Yep.
It's a different landscape. iRacing. I'm an assist baby. On Assetto Corsa, so I jumped directly into iRacing, where there are a lot less assists. At least in the beginning, you have your racing line and everything like that. But it was still something to jump into. And also, I'm used to racing F1 cars, and so jumping into like the Miata is a little different than driving a rocket ship on wheels.
Yeah, and one thing that sucks about iRacing that makes it even more expensive is like all the content. You like get the subscription. You don't get
you have to
any
buy
of the content.
Yeah, you have to buy stuff.
You like every car is $11.
Uh-huh.
Every track is $14.
Yep.
There's like 100 tracks and like 100 or like 80 cars.
Yeah.
I mean, do the math. I don't know
it's a little
how
expensive.
much. I've had it for 5 years now. I don't want to budget out how much I spend.
How much you spend on it?
I really don't. I really don't. And they always like. They have quarters, iRacing does.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarter, so every 3 months, they come out with more content.
Okay.
So then every 3 months, I buy something new.
All
so
right.
it's a constant
They cycle.
keep stealing my money.
Yeah.
But it's money well spent, I guess.
Okay. Well, if you're watching live, I can't do much for you, but if you go and watch the YouTube upload after this is over, I will have the QR code for sim racing in the chat in the description. That way, or I guess not the QR code, but the link to donate. If you wish to donate to the sim racing team.
Yep.
Thank you very much for coming on, Mario.
Of
It was
course.
a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
I hope everything goes well in the Pro Series draft.
Yeah, I really hope so too. Got a lot of support behind me, a lot of friends, a lot of family. Gotta impress. I gotta impress some team owners and make them believe that I'm a good draft pick.
Yeah. Well, you've impressed us, so I'm sure you'll impress them as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I appreciate you guys for having me.
No problem. We'll be right back with the outro. Stick around. Trust. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sooner Gamescast. What a fantastic interview!
That was really, really interesting to listen.
You can tell he's a real athlete the way he's media trained like that. He was very, very good at answering the questions that we had. He was prepared.
That's the interesting part too, is like hearing about the like personalities that sponsors are looking for, or they maybe like you guys talking about cars.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is actually very interesting. This isn't something that I like hear about. Like,
yeah.
In actual people. So that was fun. That was fun to learn about.
Also, shout out Stillwell, strawberry capital of the world.
Shout out Stillwell.
Did not know at all.
I could not have possibly guessed that Stillwell manufactured anything.
I could not have possibly guessed that Stillwell was a place in Oklahoma.
That is also an accurate statement.
Well, we had hold on. We had promoted last week the Calm Before Finals week.
Yes.
Which is where OU ECCI is turning the OU Esports and Gaming venue into the chillest, studyinest spot
Giveaways
in the world.
Food.
And today is the last day that you can.
It's your last chance.
It's your last chance to come hang out with the podcast boys. Well, probably just me, but. And Jamie will be there. Tonight at 6 p.m. We are catering Domino's, and we are giving away an MSI Claw handheld and a $50 McDonald's Arch card.
Wow!
Please come see us.
That's
You can meet
really
me.
good.
You can meet one of the Jamies. Oh, other Jamie has somewhere to be. Okay.
Goodness. There will be one Jamie soon.
Yeah.
Fine. No.
This is the last straw. Your last straw. Today, it's been too many times today.
That's good prizes, though.
Looking at the 4 when you say that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jamie too is.
Yeah, I'm looking down on Jamie, both literally and figuratively.
That's hilarious. No, yeah. That's a good prizes to wrap up the year. But I mean, we're getting to the end of the year.
We are.
This is the last episode, season finale.
Why'd you bring it up?
We had to, man. It's come to an end. We had a good run.
This is all I have.
Oh,
Man,
life,
reflecting on the year. You know, what was your favorite moment of the show?
Oh goodness. The pure day of chaos with the McDonald's, I will never forget. Getting a whole bag of McDonald's
whole
stuff
bag.
there, and just that day was something very special.
Hey, Jamies, come over here.
Oh,
Come on, Jamies.
Jamie reveal.
Jamie reveals. Hello, these are our Jamies.
Hey, get in the frame.
Get in the frame. Jamie. It's not the entire table over. Jamie, come over here and tell us what your favorite moment on the podcast was. Into the microphone, please.
Did not give us any time to prepare this, by the way.
Silksong reaction.
Which the Silksong react? Which one?
Whenever.
Oh, from the direct.
The direct one.
Okay, Jamie,
Oh, dude.
come tell us.
It was the last minute McDonald's run I had to go on. I had to fight some McDonald's employees.
Fight some McDonald's employees.
They weren't helpful.
They weren't okay.
Oh goodness.
For legal reasons, there was no fighting McDonald's employees. Guys, give ourselves a round of applause for making an entire season of a podcast. I am so proud of everyone here. Everyone in chat, tell us what your favorite moments of the podcast were.
And we're just gonna
Just
stare
here
at
in
the
silence.
You didn't say what your favorite moment was.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh yeah, not so easy.
Getting
now.
it-
Wow, yeah.
Getting it
Yeah.
started, if you think about it, my favorite moment is just being able to see you guys' faces every single Saturday.
Friends we made along the way. Answer. Like, what a cop out.
Check your phone. Oh God.
Love the Silksong freak out. The one of many. The one of many. Just you
What am I
wait.
looking at?
The first stream is just gonna be a cold open of me on my Switch 2.
Okay, I don't know how easy this would be to show on stream. Hold on.
What is this?
One of the Jamies. Go back to the.
we can
this-
they
I think we're free to go.
This
I
is
think
funny.
we can release.
Yeah, y'all are
Thank
free to
you.
go. Y'all don't have to
Thank
be on
you,
camera
Jamies.
anymore. Sorry, Jamies. Jamies, I'm gonna send something on Discord, and you should. Hey, stop that.
He's had a taste of the camera and he can't let it go now.
Mason, I have just. If you can look at my. Oh, Jamie. I mean, go to the DMs on the Discord, and look at our DMs. Open that as a link. That is a picture of
Oh my goodness.
me.
You want me to show this on screen?
Yeah, show it on stream. This is a picture of me and my brothers at his race. The brother in the middle, that's the racer. That is Corbin, and that's me in my Goonies shirt.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Is that Rock Octatonic?
That is that is Toxidious.
That's Roxidious.
Oh, that's Rock Octatonic.
There's no Octatonic in this photo.
No Octatonic. Octatonic was on the other side of the country doing other things. That's fire pick.
Yeah, I'm rocking out. I've been rocking
It's not
since.
your profile pic though. What's up with that?
It's not my profile picture. My profile picture is a mugshot of a theoretical mugshot of me.
Theoretical mugshot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, scroll up so we can see the
I think
favorite
we got
moments.
some Silksong freakouts.
We got some Silksong freak out. It's a cow.
It's a cow.
It's a cow. People loved that one. I think that's all we got. Nobody else had any favorite moments. They hated the whole podcast.
Every other part that wasn't that was living hell for them. They just could not take it.
Oh man, what a year!
What a year.
But I think we have something we'd like to show you.
Yeah.
Take it away. Covered? No.
You're just like.
You're gonna. And you're going to walk into my room, and I'm going to be comatose on the floor.
That's life. That's
That's
life.
what all the people say.
thank you everybody for interacting, being with us. It was very fun being here with you on this very gloomy, very rainy day.
April 26th, the day that will live on in infamy.
The day the roads were flooded, and we still made it here somehow.
We did. I walked. My feet are so cold because they are just wet.
Oh, goodness, the prices we pay. All right, have you recovered?
No. You're gonna get home from dinner tonight or whatever you're doing.
Hey man, what's going on?
I don't know. I didn't sleep much last night.
Yeah, some late night gaming, playing some demos, good material.
No. I watched like a little bit of YouTube, I guess, an hour ago, but at least I think it was an hour ago. Shit, I don't know anymore. It's the last episode, you know?
Yeah, we had a good run, but all good things gotta end, right?
No, it can't, but it can't end. It can't end.
What do you mean?
It feels like for the past, 3 years of my life, I've been on the same treadmill, and I just keep falling off over and over and over again. And I finally got here, and I got a steady pace, and it feels like I'm just going to step off right when I get started.
Yeah, no, I know what that feels like.
I have an idea, Josh, and I need you for it.
No, yeah, whatever you need, I got you.
You got me?
Of course, man. All right, have you worked on your outro? What we looking at?
Well, you said you liked the last one, so I think I'm just going to go for that one again. When the thunder rolls and lightning strikes. Good night.
See, now it's just too on the nose because there is.
Is there any pleasing you? No. That can't be it. That can't be it. That can't be it. That is right. We are not done.
We're not
yet.
done. It's not over.
All of our sadness was manufactured throughout the entirety of this podcast because we are not done with the podcast thing yet. I didn't want to stop, as you could tell very clearly.
You fell for it. I know you fell for it.
Very clearly. Yes, filmed by our own production coordinator, Sam Graziano.
He's incredible.
Incredible.
He should have seen the work he put in for it. It was really, really impressive.
Man, so that trailer horrendously overacted for a podcast announcement.
We thought it's a light, friendly podcast, so what should we do? Make the most serious Christopher Nolan-esque rewind time travel short film just to really get a sense of tone, a sense of severity involved,
Yeah, I'm so proud of that. I am very, very happy that we were able to bring that together. That was very clearly more just an opportunity for us to flex our creative muscles. We have an actor, somebody who wants to pretend that he's an actor, and an actual videographer. And I'm very, very, very happy with how it turned out. But
yeah, let's get the deets.
It doesn't tell us anything about what the podcast is, so that's what we're going to do for
just
you here
that we
now.
were sad and we made something happen.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Oh, there goes my phone. That's fine. So the Offseason is a podcast very similar to this one, except we won't be having team interviews any longer because there is no seasons happening. Yeah. There's not much to talk about except for that yummy game news. And if you follow the game industry in any way, shape, or form, you would know that the summer is the busiest time for game news ever. Historical man who I have actually talked good about in this podcast today, Jeff Keighley, hosts something called the Summer Games Fest, which is a pretty much like a week-long period where all of the gaming publishing companies come out and they show you what they've been working on, and they give release dates or not. They show wonderful CGI trailers with no gameplay that we can all look at and go, wow! And then that's what we're going to do, but on camera. We are going to be reacting to those. We're going to be bringing you your weekly news podcast like normal. After a small 2-week hiatus, we're gonna give ourselves some time to get home, get everything put together.
Because we will be living on very different sides of the country.
We will.
But we're making it happen.
So we are going to. My dad said, "Here we go again." Historically, this is not a new thing for me. I have been a Jeff Keighley head. I've been watched. I was an E3 head before Jeff Keighley even came around. Well, Jeff Keighley's been in the business forever, but he started taking over that whenever COVID hit. But my dad has had many a year where randomly on a Tuesday I'll say, "Dad, I'm not doing my chores today, actually, and you can't speak to me for 7 hours." And this will recur for the next 4 days.
Oh, my Lord.
But now I'm doing it as a job, so he can't say anything about it.
I would say he can say some things.
Nope, nothing at all. Oh, not unless if they're mean. If they're mean, he can't say them. If they're positive, he can.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, no, there's so much happening in the summer. I mean, we already saw like the GTA 6s of the world and so many things.
That is the most aggressively misspelled way to spell his name. Jeff Keighley. You bring him up. Bring him up on stream. That handsome man. God, I love him. He's so... Yeah. Jeff, come on in.
Oh, goodness. That's such a great picture.
Man, I love Jeff Keighley so much. It actually cannot be overstated how much I love Jeff Keighley. Go to the Summer Games Fest schedule, please. Off stream, we can talk about it.
It also means, I mean,
if you could go to the Summer Game Fest schedule up there.
We get to keep improving.
Right now, what we have like set in stone, more news will come out, and we will be sure that if there is a show, we will be there reacting to it. Because I've got this guy wrapped around my little finger.
Whoa. You asked me very politely to do this. I just want to say.
I did.
There was no
I said,
coercion.
listen, I know it's a lot to ask, but could you do a lot of streaming in early June with me?
I said yes.
So, starting out, like for now, which there will be I imagine 10 more shows announced on top of these. But Summer Games Fest, the big show, about probably 3 hours long or so, will be on June 6th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then following that at 6 p.m. Okay, well, maybe it's 2 hours. It'll probably be 2 hours. It'll be a little bit under 2 hours, Summer Games Fest will. And then following immediately after that is Double Fine's Day of the Devs, where we will deep dive into a couple of indie things, which you love, and we all love. But we will see a lot of indie games during the Day of the Devs. And then on June 8th, Xbox Games will be taking the floor and showing everything they have to offer, which what I said earlier. And now this is opening up, by the way. It was really hard for me not to say, if that does happen, you will be getting Joshua's live reaction to a Silksong Day of release, which would be incredible.
You need to watch just on the off chance that you get to see me see a release date. I mean, you've seen me react to 2 seconds of footage with 2025 at the bottom. You saw what that did to me, or that there's a museum, or that we had some new screenshots. So just something for you to look forward to.
Oh my goodness, man! Following the Xbox showcase, there will be an Outer Worlds 2 Direct, which I'm very excited for.
Yes.
I love the Outer Worlds, the first game, and Outer Worlds 2 is sure to be incredible. It's funny. It's made by Obsidian Entertainment, which they made Fallout New Vegas.
Stuff.
And Fallout New Vegas is an incredible game as well. But that is about all we have for you today.
We've been sitting on that trailer.
We've been sitting on that. I'm so happy that we finally got to show that off. I've been having to keep my mouth shut to the right people about this for a while, and
faking tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard him practicing crying in his bed all night. It was impressive, but a little bit sad.
Well, I wasn't practicing. That was a completely separate instance.
Sorry, separate. Just exposed him. No.
So, yes, we will having a couple-week hiatus, 2 or 3 weeks. You'll get more information as the days go by.
I got to move back to North Carolina.
Yeah, I've got
gigs lined up.
Move. Probably, even further, 3 hours away.
Yeah, that must be hard.
Oh, yeah, well, I got to drive, buddy. So
so do I.
I thought you were flying home.
So did I. But I am now driving.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
At least
at least you don't have to catch a flight.
Yeah, with like 5 suitcases. Oh, my Lord. Yeah.
But
I'm very excited.
Actually, I want to say, any questions about the podcast, any things you want to know about before we send you off for the next couple weeks?
Oh goodness, I love keeping up with all the summer stuff. So it's just fun that we get to bring you guys along for it. To continue, it also means when we come back for season 2.
Okay, Jamie, it'll be on this account. It's gonna stay here. Just to keep any confusion.
Yes.
At least that's the plan for right now. If I get told by Sam, my boss, that it needs to be on a different account, it will obviously be there, and you will know about that second after me, and maybe actually probably 7th after Jamie, and Josh, and then probably a couple other people that will also know that before. But you'll get the information eventually. And then keep going. Questions. Come on. My dad wants a replay of the trailer at the end. We'll make it happen. Sure. Go for it.
At the end.
We'll instead of going to a stream ending screen, we'll just go right into the trailer again. So
we give the people what they want.
We do. That's what we do here at the Sooner Gamescast.
And people in the street were begging me to keep talking about gaming news in the summer, and I said, if you really need me, I'll be there.
Which is weird, because, you wouldn't expect just the regular student body of the University of Oklahoma to be so aggressive, but, they grabbed me by my shoulders, and they said, listen, we can't stop here.
We got ambushed by frat men. They're like, you don't understand what you mean to us. We don't know any of the games you're talking about. We only play Fortnite and Call of Duty, but we need you. Oh, goodness.
You can't forget 2K.
Yeah. Oh, well, they're certainly not forgetting 2K.
Okay, no frat boys playing Rainbow Six Siege.
I think there are some. I think I know some people that would.
Anybody else have any questions at all?
I think we just explained it too well.
We did. I think
OU
we did
Esports.
incredible.
Do we know where, like, I guess the OU Gaming Club would be where we would
Same
announce?
YouTube channel. Oh yeah. So this trailer is going to go up on the OU Gaming Club YouTube channel after we have decided a date to which we will start, and that release date will be embedded in the trailer.
But if we're being like, oh, there's a stream for this event, would we post that on the Gaming Club Instagram?
Yes, the Gaming Club Instagram probably would be there where that'd be announced.
It's a good place to check.
And also, the first episode will happen before the.
Yes.
I'll give you a full layout of what our summer is looking like. Send topic suggestions, of course. Just like this podcast,
yes,
you can send us
100%.
things that you want us to talk about. 100%. So the way it's going to work out is we're going to come back probably late May or mid-May, around that area, and we are going to talk about all things gaming that have happened in the 2 weeks that we've missed. Also on that podcast, it's going to be a little bit longer. It's an opening podcast. It's and also probably these are going to be longer streams. There's going to be more to talk about with all of it, and we're not exactly strapped for time because of an interview or we have to get to the
other
next class.
scheduling things or stuff.
So expect there to be a little bit more time spent on things. On the first episode, we are going to talk about the gaming stuff that we have missed in the last couple weeks, and we will officially probably by that point we'll probably have a full schedule for Summer Games Fest, which we will announce on that podcast what our stream schedule is going to look like, and also we are going to have a predictions segment. This will probably be 2 different episodes. One episode for catching up on gaming news, and then one episode solely for predictions for the week following. And it's going to be a lot of predictions. But
so many.
We'll even make a little game out of it. We'll keep track of points, see who gets what right. I think that'd be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
And then following Summer Games Fest, we will just do our weekly podcast like normal, where we talk about news, stuff like that. And it'll probably go back to being
Silksong gameplay, whatever.
Probably go back to being no, probably not.
Silksong.
I will allow you.
I was just coughing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Silksong gameplay.
Okay.
I heard. I could tell.
We cut his mic because we didn't want to hear him talking about that anymore. We as a collective, including chat.
No, I know they stand up for me. Get in the comments.
But and then after that we'll have the normal podcast, probably back to about the same length as these, just because there's not going to be explosive news after Summer Games Fest is said and done. After the dust is settled, then we will fall back into our usual. But expect early June and late May to be content full. I'm talking lengthy streams because there's going to be so much to watch. But I hope you'll be there with us for all of it. I am so excited to get started on this next chapter of podcasts at OU Esports. And I just, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with us through all 6 episodes of this.
Did you do 6?
We did 6 episodes.
Wow.
6 episodes.
Holy
Through all
moly.
6 episodes of the podcast. I just want to thank you for being here for this last one. Thank you for watching the trailer, and I want to thank you in advance for watching the off-season. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful next 2 weeks. Goodbye.